Named by Wine and Spirits as one of the best new sommeliers for 2014, Tami Wong has earned celebrity status in San Diego's burgeoning wine world. Her award-winning wine list at one of San Diego's hottest restaurants, Juniper and Ivy, has caught the attention of local and international fans alike. I met up with Tami at Juniper and Ivy to discuss her passion for rosé. Today on Taste of Rosé, it's my great honor to be invited here at Juniper and Ivy with the infamous Tami Wong. Tami, thanks for having me here.
Thank you for having me. This is so fun.
Tami is the director of wine here at Juniper and Ivy and manager, and we're going to talk a little bit about rosé.
Rosé, yes way rosé.
And so, what do we have here, Tami? What are we going to be talking about today in the way of rosé?
Well, today we have three of my very favorites. The very first is the J-Brix Nomine Amoris, which means one love. It is a Ramato style Pinot Gris, which means that Ramato means copper, and it's a really old method of winemaking where they put Pinot Gris on the skins for a week and it picks up all the color. So it makes it a pink wine because people don't know that Pinot Gris is a great grape. This is one of my favorites. They made 23 cases of this wine. It was one barrel. Jody and Emily are based in Escondido and they share a facility with Vesper, even though they get the grapes from Santa Barbara. So this aligns with the Juniper and Ivy philosophy of, local and along with the same ethos is a tribute to Grace wines. Grace is Angela Osborne's grandma, and so this is a tribute to her. And the first time I bought Angela's wines in, I think it was 2008, I think it was her first or second vintage, I opened up the case and there was a handwritten note on a really nice paper. Thank you so much for supporting my work. And that just made such an impression on me. And I've since met her and she's just the loveliest person. It was a distinct pleasure to support her wines as well. Now, obviously, if they weren't delicious, it wouldn't happen. She's really into Grenache and Carignan and Cinsault, but mostly Grenache. She gets this from the Santa Barbara Highlands Vineyard, which is 60 miles east of Santa Barbara, up in the mountains. It's a very arid place, and it has an extreme diurnal shift, which means that it's really hot during the day, but then really cold at night. Like there can be a 40-degree temperature variation from night to day, and what that means for wine is that it has that retains acidity, which means that it's not going to be over. Even if it gets really ripe, it's still going to keep the acidity. It's not going to be flabby or overblown. And her wines are just spectacular.
You're going to take us to the island of Corsica next?
For Old World, because we love Old World Rosé as well, we have the Domaine de Marchilani, which is from Corsica. Corsica is one of my favorite places for wine. It's I'm just into the islands, Corsica and Sicily. But Corsica is an island. It's more Italian than French, even though it's a French property. This wine is 100% Scacciarella, which is a native variety to Corsica. It's only found there. And it's spectacular wine.
One of the great things about rosé is the versatility. It's such a food-friendly wine. Give me kind of your take on food pairings here at Juniper and Ivy with rosé.
Our menu is particularly suited towards rosé since we are very much vegetable and seafood driven. And so we really have a white wine menu. And so to have rosés that kind of offer the middle ground between white and red, they're refreshing, but sometimes, like in the case of J-Brix, where it's had skin contact, it is fuller bodied and has more structure. And there are other rosés, for example, like the Charles Jogwe Chinon Rosé made from Cab Franc. They're fuller bodied, more meaty, and more structured, so they're suitable for our heavier port dishes.
It's been a real honor to be here with you, to spend some time. I know your time is really valuable. You're definitely sought after here in San Diego. Your wine list is just making all kind of headlines, not just here in San Diego, by the way. She's making news nationally, if not internationally. So, right? That's right.
That's awesome.
That's right. It's pretty cool. It is really cool. And so, it's been really a great honor to be here with Tami because I know she shares her passion of rosé, and like I do. So with that, Tami, thank you for having us here today, and let's have a taste of rosé.
It was stick on it. Thank you, Bob.